welcome to part 55 of our PS4 Vanilla Survival Minecraft series, part 55. Gay people who support Palestine are, I think, the most regrettable breed of humans on the world. That's all I have to say on that. Chicken for KFC. And then they say that that point is stale and overused. No, it isn't. You're just too stupid to entertain and fathom the magnitude of your hypocrisy. Chickens for KFC, that's exactly what it is. But you know what, it's actually not just chickens for KFC. Because it's not just dumb chickens swarming in droves to buckets of oil. It's the fact that they're dragging other people down with them. So it's not just dumb chickens. And let's not insult chickens, because chickens don't deserve that. It's parasites. Queers for Palestine, gay people for... It's straight up parasites. Straight up. Incompetent idiots whose stupidity directly damages and impairs the rest of society. It's not just chickens mindlessly going into vats of oil. And once again, let's not insult chickens, because chickens are smarter than gays for Palestine. No, these are parasites. These are mosquitoes. These are pests that we don't want to have in society. And I'm allowed to say it, I'm a gay person myself. I'm just not an idiot. I only wish we could let these people who seem to be so obsessed with self-annihilation just annihilate themselves instead of bringing everyone else into it. I only wish we could just let go of their hand and let them pile face first on that fucking grill if they want to. Happy Tree Friends style. Yup. I only wish we could just let them, but sadly that's not the way it works. They drag down other people with them. And that's why it's a problem. Natural selection, sadly, is no longer enough to attend to the likes of Queers for Palestine and similar influences. No, because they drag down other people with them. The threat has surpassed what nature can handle. That's a way to start this Minecraft video. Like I said, people really do need a leader like me. In the streaming world, I mean, because there are a lot of stupid people. We really desperately need someone like me. We really, really do. We really do. Desperately. Like, actually desperately. Desperately. The need for me is scorching. Simmering. Talking mirage in a desert. Haven't had a drink in 35 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds. Okay. One second on the verge of death. Like, that is how desperately I am needed. In the streaming sphere. And that is not an exaggeration. Because everyone is so stupid. All the big streamers are so stupid. Kids are literally being fucked before they even have a chance to develop a frontal cortex. We need someone smart. Anyone. And I wait for smart people to step up to the effing plate, and they just don't happen. And that's why I'm like, okay, then let me do this. You know, when you're like, okay, do this, and someone does it wrong, and you're like, okay, forget it, just let me do this because I don't want this done incorrectly. Yeah, hun, that's me. We need someone smart desperately. Desperately. It'll happen at some point. And when that happens, I won't have to advocate for the idea anymore. But right now, it's fresh in my mind, obviously. I honestly went on that diatribe just now because a video in my feed happened to pop up, and it was this, I don't know, this drag queen professing that Jesus was a Palestinian. Leave it to the atheist, non-Jewish queer to completely desecrate the ancestry of people who actually have culture. Nice. Leave it to the freaking atheist queer. And that's what he is. He's queer. He says it himself. Leave it to the atheist freaking queer in drag to completely shit all over the culture and the history of people who actually have culture and history. Like, leave it to him. He'll do it. He'll do it. Leave it to the queer to do that shit. So disgusting. Again, I can say it, it's friendly fire. I'm just not stupid like the rest of them. So that video came up in my feed. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay, cool. Cool. What now? Like, baby. If you're gonna start, if you're gonna actually create a vendetta against Jewish people, figure your shit out first, baby. You better find a way to survive without AIDS medication before biting the hand of people who gave it to you. Because Jews have always led in AIDS research. They have. And Israel as well has always been at the top of medical and technological and scientific innovation. And that prep, in part, that prep that you take, baby, to like accommodate a lifestyle where you just screw everything that moves, yeah, well, that came from a specific group of people, or at least partly from a specific group of people, and you're mouthing off at them now. So all I'm saying is figure it out. Figure out a way to survive on your own without biting the hands of people who have shown mercy to you and your disgusting lifestyle, maybe. How about that? Like, figure something out. I actually want this to go... Rule number 1. If you're gonna cut people off, if you're gonna do that, have a plan. Fucking morons. Have a plan. Have a plan. Absolute. You know why they don't have a plan? Because they're used to guilting everyone else and getting free shit out of everyone else by leveraging oppression over their heads. That's why they don't have a plan, because they're not used to working on their own. They're lazy. That's why they don't have a plan. That's why they don't see the danger in sassing the group that has given them so much. Because all they've done for everything that they've achieved is complain and rely on other people to do their shit for them. You know where else Jews were at the forefront of? Gay rights. Nice, right? Nice. And that's the thanks that Jews get for advocating for queer people for like decades. Nice. Real nice. I'm not saying that doing favors for someone justifies something extremely bad. I'm saying that these people who criticize Israel and Jewish people clearly have never had any gratitude and have never liked Jewish people. If you just extricate that from the Israel context, they use the Israeli government as an excuse just to be anti-Semitic and extremely obvious. The Israeli government isn't the cause. It's just an opportunity for a different cause. And the cause is anti-Semitism. These gay people have always hated Jewish people. Always. There was never a time that they didn't. Because they were stupid. And they were taking out their religious trauma on people who had nothing to do with it. At any rate, I'm not suggesting that the Israeli government is wrong either. I'm just saying, if you were to just take that from the equation, it's extremely obvious that most gay people who criticize Israel aren't doing so because of the conflict, or doing so because the conflict presented an opportunity. And it doesn't take a genius to see, like, it's extremely obvious. Anyway, I like what I've done here. It's extremely obvious that that's all this is. Anyway. I don't really care. I don't really care about, oh, you shouldn't say that if you're looking to develop a platform. Bro, I've seen people say the most despicable things on here and suffer practically zero penalty. I don't give a flying fuck about the status quo. I don't give a shit. All the famous streamers are the dumbest people I've ever witnessed in my life. I have no incentive to hold my tongue. Zero, okay? I don't care. I'm gonna say what I want, and I'm gonna get famous for saying what I want. I'm not gonna kiss other people's booties. God knows they don't have good hygiene. Ouch. Anyway, I really love how this is coming along. I'll definitely put a chandelier here. Okay. So it actually needs to go... This is correct, yeah. That's not gonna work. That needs to be one higher, sadly. Even that might not work. Bedroom or anything else, I wanted there to be enough space at this end, as I've said a few times, so that the wraparound pathway would make sense. There had to be a destination. I'm seeing that at this time I don't really need these here. I'll figure out how they connect with the roof when I've made the roof. Jesus was a Palestinian, says the drag queen. Jesus Christ! Jewish people have 5,000 years of culture. You have around 80 years of culture. I'm sorry, 80? You have around 40 years of culture. All of Pride just happened because of what some straight people did in a bar around 40 years ago. So, although it's tragic to say, your culture isn't even about you. It's actually about straight people. Because straight people are the ground zero of your culture. So literally fucking watch your tone. Jesus was Palestinian, and you have no culture. You have no culture. Your culture is being beat up by a bunch of cops in New York. Some 40 years ago. While Jews have 5,000 years of culture. So watch it. Like, are you kidding me? Get a clue. Get a clue, honey. It's always people who are the filthiest and have the least to be proud of, who have the most to say about everyone else. And no, there is not irony in my statement, because what I'm saying was provoked by someone who said something atrocious. I don't normally revel in excoriating people, in shaming people. I do it when I'm literally forced into that situation. Jesus was a Palestinian. Jews have no culture. Jewish culture is a lot. Okay. And the epitome of your culture is literally just some dive bar in New York some 40 years ago. So relax. The epitome of your culture is what are those things called? I don't remember what it's called. It would have been a good opportunity, though, because it started with the letter P. It would have been a fun little alliteration moment. No, not a baton. The things that cops use as a bludgeon, as a melee weapon. Not a piston, not a baton. I forget what it's called. But that's the epitome of your culture. That thing that starts with the letter P. So, yeah. Anyway. At some point I'll need to bring a crafting table in here for convenience. Not a piston, not a baton. Hold on. What's it called? A baton. Oh, it is a baton. Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah. 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 So relax, because the epitome of and the bastion of your culture is a literal baton. So relax. So watch yourselves. Jews have no culture. No. You're projecting because you have none and you've never had any. And that's why y'all need a bunch of colors. Rule number 1 in painting and light theory and color theory: better gray than garish. In other words, you need all the colors because you ain't got nothing inside you. You ain't got no value. You have nothing real going on. And that's why you'll need all the colors and the rainbow. So stop projecting. You're the ones without culture. Once again, I say this as a gay person myself. Y'all are the ones with no culture. Stop projecting. That's why you need to shove it in everyone's fucking faces. Did you notice that Jews don't really shove their stuff in everyone's faces? They quietly observe. They quietly maintain their traditions and their customs. And also, they don't proselytize like y'all do. We don't proselytize. Yes, you do. Let's make children gay. Let's make children gay. We're gonna come for your kids. Y'all literally made a music video about it. And half of the people in that video turned out to be predators. So stop projecting. Stop projecting. Queers for Palestine and really the sect of the gay community that supports Palestine is straight up just gay people who are self-conscious about the fact that they have no culture to be proud of. And they're projecting it onto people who have culture. Period. Full stop. That's it. End of discussion. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Just some clowns desperate for airtime. They don't even deserve any mention beyond that which I've already made. That was such a good talk. That was so good. Someday my shit is gonna go viral and people are gonna be like, ah. And they're gonna be, fuck yeah, man. Mark my words. This is really pretty. I like this here. I could put a window here. I think I would like this to be fence too. I know I'm using the fence sparingly, but I'd like this to be fence too because of that there. It'll feel nice. You know what I mean? This is gonna be so lit. It's already so lit. I'm thinking, okay, I'm seeing here that this will be another roof right here. Let me mark that right now, actually. I'm seeing that this will be another roof. So oh, yeah, 4. Just to remind me, because this is a nice opportunity here. That way it won't be too large, because it has to stop going up at some point, otherwise it will just look like a giant brick if I'm not careful. Like I have to stop it at some point. Although it's tempting to just keep going up and up and up. No, no, no. I'm hungry. I shouldn't be. I'll get rid of the beehives soon. You know what? There are some people in society who are benevolent, like bees, and then there are some people who are not. It's not diversity that's an issue. It's that some people choose to be pests. Some people choose to be yellow jacks and hornets and mosquitoes instead of bees. And they do choose. It is a choice. The choice to be productive or not. The choice to be respectful or not. The choice to be decent or not. It is a choice. No matter who you are. I was born this way. You may have been born with certain characteristics, but you were not born a piece of shit. I was born this way. Therefore all of my behavior is justified. Nope. Nope. You were born with certain immutable characteristics, maybe. And then the rest is your choice. You have no excuse. I was born this way and therefore everything I ever do is justified. Nope. Nope. You're garbage. Trash. Human trash. Human trash. Oh. Okay. I'm glad I made this choice. This is going to be really nice over here. Yeah, that is going to be cool. Oh, interesting. Because, well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. This is so cool how we can peer into this courtyard here. I really like how I've laid this estate out. I wish I had more beds for y'all. Well, I do. I wish y'all would just accept them. But you don't. I don't want to just remove the doors. Do I have to do that? Let me see if that will make a difference. I don't want to do that. But maybe if I do that, they'll actually find the beds. I'm gonna remove these for a while and see if it makes a difference. I hate that. Ooh. Sleeping in a room without a bed? Not smart. Oh, that also means I can't run in here when the bees attack me. That's a problem. Yeah, that would be a problem. Anyway. See if it makes a difference. See if they can actually find the beds when the doors are down. Jesus was a Palestinian. Yeah, and you have no one. And you have no progenitor. And you have nothing. It's just darkness for you. That's why you have to assassinate who other people look up to. Literally, nail on the head. You have no light. You have no one to look up to. That's why you have to insult who other people look up to. Because you have no one. What y'all look up to? RuPaul's, a TV show, video production, plastic. Who's your role model? Who's your savior? Exactly. You have nothing. It's just darkness for you. That's why you have to insult everyone else. Literally nail on the head. I'm so looking forward to when I get famous and people discover these videos on YouTube and they're like, holy shit, this dude was on the mark. I'm like, I relish the thought of when this is gonna happen, because it will. Don't get me wrong, I'll have a lot of opposition too, but there will actually be more people who support me than not. Because people are tired, and I've been saying. But I also have a way with words. I'm not just saying what everyone else is saying. I'll find my place for sure. Hmm? Something here seems wrong. No, it's not, though. Strange. Oh no, this is fine, yeah. I was just psyching myself out a bit there. This is correct. This is so cute. Peering out through the valley of the trees. And I love how I can see that really verdant garden that I noted way, way earlier when I first found this village. I loved how there were so many flowers over there. And I've made a window into that area through the trees, just inadvertently. I love that. Alright, I gotta go for now. Probably gonna make some tea. See y'all later.